One of the things that I grew that I've never grown before is corn. And corn comes up looking like a little blade of grass. And it was very hard to weed in the beginning. I have to thin this out a little bit because I have them a bit close, so I wasn't sure what would come up. When we were first doing the garden, people would say, "What are you growing?" And I would say, "Everything except corn." And then I realized I had a row where I could put corn, so why not? Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna put a bunch of things on the ground, but I'm gonna get some beans. That's spinach that's been here for a while. I need to pick that. I think it's perpetual spinach. And these are peppers, doing really well at the end of the row here. And chrysanthemum. A little chicken who have a lot to say. And this is this morning's harvest. I'm gonna grab that other spinach too and add it to the basket. We pretty much can do this every day now. The garden gets more beautiful every day. This is a 2,000 square foot garden, utilizing as much vertical space as possible, so the fence wherever possible, arched trellises, cattle panels, and every day something more is coming up. Sunflowers, including weeds. These are little baby rutabaga that I just planted, and I keep them under jars until they get strong enough to be on their own. It helps people from not stepping on them and not pulling them thinking that they're weeds. Here's lettuce leaf basil. That's gonna get nice and big. And then 2 of my cabbage already went to flower, so I am gonna harvest those leaves. It was this one here. It kind of looks like a little cauliflower or broccoli starting to grow instead of leaves. So I pinched it off, but I'm gonna have to harvest all those leaves and eat what we can. This one's still doing okay. Hopefully we can get some heads before they go to flower. It's hard on camera to see how absolutely lush everything is right now. The onions. Oh, the zucchini. We've got to go see the zucchini. Try not to walk too fast because I know it's like Blair Witchy when I go too fast. I'm going to go as slow as possible. Oh my God. That is our first zucchini. I can't even believe it. All right, let me find my knife. It's in my apron here. See if I can do this with one hand. I can. This knife is amazing. It's a Opinel from France. It is so good. I use it for everything. Okay, here's our first zucchini. I seriously can't believe I have a zucchini already. What is it, June 14th? It's small, but I'm taking it small because it's my first zucchini and I'm gonna eat it for breakfast. And there's more coming in here. Everything could be planted so early this year because it was so warm. I don't see a whole lot going on with fruit on this one yet, but we shall see. And then this is a different variety here. You can see those growing. I have a bunch of daikon radish that I've let go to seed, and I think it's helping with pest prevention. Plus, we're gonna eat the pods that come off of it. And these are all the cucumbers growing up the fence. We've got a melon starting to trellis. That's exciting. And the squash beds are just going crazy. You see how much space we have for the squash to just go wild. There's 3 squash hills here, and then there's some outside of the fence as well. There's the daikon. Here's the other melon that's gonna trellis up once it gets a little bigger. I kept those under jars initially so that they kept the heat in. That's a pineapple sage among the kale. A lot of kale. Cauliflower down there. And these are the cabbage that I'm hoping will get ahead before anything goes to seed. Let's see if we can see them all. They're gorgeous. And then my calendula is finally, look how many flowers are going to be on this calendula. I'll have to look up the name because it's not that typical orangey yellow color. It's like a pink one. I can't even wait until that is going to be good. And then I've put a lot of radishes every place I can. Apparently they're good for pest prevention. Oh, there was a baby cucumber. This is all the stuff along the fence. I wanted nasturtiums growing along the fence, and I wanted cucumbers and melon. I want melon to transplant. All right, there was a baby cucumber. Let's go find the baby cucumber. I thought maybe I'd try to get this squash to grow up. There's like, I don't know how many plants in there. 4 or 5. Let's go find the baby cucumber. Where are you? Oh, there it is, there it is. There it is. Oh my God. Look, that's the first baby cucumber. I think this is Russian pickling. Yes, that's Russian pickling. I believe that one is too. So we'll have a cucumber probably by the time, I don't know, by the end of the week. And then there are pole beans growing along the edge here to climb up the fence. And this is just the back. This is where all the deer and bunny came from. I actually found a bunny in my garden box today, which I thought was really bizarro. But there it was. All right, and then we'll just, let me see if I can get a view of the garden if I pull back here. So, stuff along the fence, squash beds, arch trellis, and then 2 sides of rows so that there's a walkway in the middle. 4 rows of tomatoes, 2 more arch trellises, and then at the very back there is the chicken coop, or the front if you are looking at the front door. And then again, all the things that are going to grow up along the fence. So I've been calling it a living fence because this is a huge heirloom squash. I don't see any action right now, but it's from Baker's Creek. It's like this huge squash. I'll have to find the name of that one too. That I believe is mostly spaghetti squash. Look at that. Not cool. Little baby fruit already. Oh, more peas. I didn't even know there were peas. So that's why you gotta go out into your garden all the time. I'm gonna put this squash in my pocket. And the zucchini. Let me see what this is. Oh, that's just no pea. That's good. I'm gonna have to come grab these. Those are delicious. So we built the fence. We built the run to attach to the fence for the garden, and then Dave moved the coop. He built all this from like reclaimed wood, and then bought the roof. The roof is beautiful. It's that white roofing. And then we've got the new birds hanging out in the run right now. The 2 best friend and mama bird are over in the old coop, in the old run, the first run. And we have 4 more chicken coming, but it has been a really stressful, integrating the chicken. Best friend got egg bound, which is not a good thing because the egg actually broke inside of her. I do have video footage on that, and I may make a video just about that because it is a big deal when it happens. It took a lot of intervention. We're still giving her little Epsom salt baths to deal with it. It's kind of scary. We thought she ran away from home, but she probably went off because she was in such excruciating pain. So the integration of the chickens has not gone that great. I think because her nesting box was disturbed, she wasn't laying. That's my guess. And you know, they have been alone, they've been on their own. We inherited those birds, so they've been on their own for at least 3 years. So this is kind of a big deal for them to have these new birds in their life. So we have 4 more coming. We'll see how it goes. Hi. Hi, I'm not giving you my zucchini, but I'm looking at it. Do you want to see my zucchini? Look what I have. Should I find you something? Let's see if I can find you something here. A piece of spinach? You want to take that spinach? Good. Okay, that was greedy. That was a greedy goblin. Now you have to eat it. You actually have to eat it. You just stole my spinach. You have to eat it. Go on. You're just gonna leave it there? Yeah, you are. Okay. Okay. You're such a pretty, pretty bird. Yeah, you are. This is Mabel, who's also nicknamed Maple. That's Sorrel, who's also nicknamed Syrup. Alright, one more view of the garden. I could just look at it all day. I kind of do look at it all day. Yesterday I was out here from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. with a 1-hour break. And my body this morning was like, no more, no more, no more. It's the best exercise. Most of the tomatoes are already catching on to the cattle panel trellis, which is really exciting because we were dealing with septoria leaf. So hopefully that won't be an issue once they grab on. We use a lot of straw, and I'm telling you, it makes such a difference here in Massachusetts, where sometimes it's rainy and sometimes it's very dry. It keeps the weeds down. We get a lot of weeds, as you can see. I weeded 90% of the garden yesterday, and there's still, let's see, you can see along the edges. It's really tricky for me to keep the weeds down from along the edges. I have 3 of these trellises, and what I want is these beautiful filled trellises with melon and beans. I think that'll be really cool. And mostly everything is doing well and recovering from major pest damage. Pretty cool garden. And then I have my chicken right here. Look, 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 look. Look, I have for you. You can go get it. You can go eat that. Yummy leaves. Look, she's tucked right in there. I put some mint in here. I'm gonna cook the mint up with the zucchini. If you've never put mint in eggs, you should try it. I'm gonna do a scramble. I'm gonna put some spinach, zucchini, the mint, pretty much anything. Garlic scapes. I have a ton of garlic scapes. Look at this baby. Didn't look like it was in great shape, so I just pulled it out and brought in some ants at the same time. Look at the flowers from the spinach. They're beautiful. You can eat them. I'm just gonna throw them in there. So here's the thing. I want to cook. I want to go make this egg scramble, and Dave's still sleeping, but I can't cut this up until I show it to him. So I have to go bring this upstairs, wake him up, and show him the first zucchini before I can get it.